Hello, everyone. This is Jen with Jen's Den Art, and I am here for a new technique Wednesday. Are y'all ready for a fun time? Say hi when you get here. I'm an acrylic artist, and I am going to have some fun today with all of you. Are y'all ready to get started? Let me see if I have everything set up here. Hey, Tracy. Let me show you what I have. Let me show you what I found. And I'm actually going to look for a photo at the same time that I have saved. Ooh. Come on in, everyone. Come on in to Jen's Den and have a seat. And let's talk fun today. Okay, this is the one I want. I'm going to show y'all what we're going to do today. Hello, Miss Doris and Miss Jean and Cheryl and Sharon and Judy and Stacy. How's the weather where you are? You know, I always like to ask about the weather. Can y'all see everything okay? Look at our pop-up paint party. It's coming along fine. How many of y'all are enjoying the pop-up paint party? We're having a blast. We've gotten 2 days down. We've got 2 days to go. We have the summer side to work on this evening. We're going to start working on the beach side. That's going to be super fun. Hello, Miss Patsy and Miss Lynn and Miss Ruth and Doris. Okay, so let me tell you what I do. So I laugh because Elizabeth Rhodes, that does the glass and resin, okay, her and I, we met in, I don't know, a couple of times we've met in person, and we like to go thrift shopping, okay? And her type of thrift shopping is buying all kind of glass. Like, she just goes crazy and buying all kind of glass. Well, I'm just the opposite. I go crazy and I buy all kind of wood to paint on, okay? So this is just one of those encouraging opportunities for you to, whenever you have a chance, to go out and thrift shop, okay, and go to those vintage markets and get some pieces of wood, because y'all know how much I love to paint on wood. It is my favorite thing to paint on. And I love not only painting on wood, but I love, after I paint on it, I distress it. I add, even like with a sander, I do all kind of fun stuff with it. I kind of make up my own techniques with that I'm going to share with y'all. And I have shared some, but there's still some other techniques. We're going to do a very, very rustic American flag pretty soon in our tribe. And it's going to be super, super fun if you've never done it. The way I do it is my own special technique. So anyway, it's all about wood, okay? All about wood. Let me show you what I found at a thrift shop, okay? These are some old, what is this? Help me. The ends of the floors. Help me, help me. Is there no sound? Can y'all hear me? Tell me if you can hear me. Somebody said no sound. Baseboards. Yes. Okay, so y'all can hear me. Okay, the molding. Yes. Okay, so this is obviously from a very old, let me make myself smaller and make, okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so this is from a very old house, obviously. And I bought a bunch of these. They were only like $3 a piece or something like that. And I just fell in love with it because it can sit perfectly on a shelf. Okay, it's like a shelf sitter. It is probably about 5 or 6 inches wide. Let me get my ruler out so y'all can have an idea of how big it is. Yep, it's 5¼ inches wide, and it is about 8½ inches tall. Okay, I'm not going to paint the top part up here. I'm going to leave that rustic, and I'm actually going to kind of sand it a little bit. I think I will. But what I am going to do is I'm going to use this. This is probably about 5 by 6. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to paint on it. And this is what I'm going to paint. What do y'all call these flowers? I'm not good with the names of these flowers, but what are they called? I want to say hollyhocks, but that's not a hollyhock, right? Hey, Kathy. Hey, Miss Faye. Hey, Denise. What are these called? I don't know what they're called. So y'all tell me. I love the color. It's like a periwinkle color, and it's going to look so good on the back of this. So I'm not going to, this is just a picture I found on like one of those free, you know, those Facebook groups that have like free reference photos for artists. I found this like months and months ago. And so delphinium. Okay, I was way off. All right, so we're going to paint some of these little delphiniums because I think they would look super cute on here as a little accent piece to put in your home. So what I'm going to do is grab some, we're working with those beautiful purpley blue colors. So let me grab my colors really quick because I did not do that before I came live. Let me grab my green and let's go with a prism violet. And let's go with, this one looks like a good one. This is ultramarine blue with a red shade. So what you could do if you don't have any of these colors, what you could do is red and blue make purple. But in order to get, because this is more on the blue side, in order to get that periwinkle color, you're going to mix more blue than you are red to make that color. So I'm actually going to show you that right now, just to give you a little bit of confidence in the process. So I'm going to make this kind of like this purple color. So this is going to be a fun little mixing project as well. So this is red. This is Naphthol Crimson. And then this is blue. This is a phthalo blue. If I could open it. Having a little trouble there. Phthalo blue. Now you're going to see when I mix this together, I'm going to take a palette knife and show you. Let me come down just a little bit so y'all can see better. Get this. You're going to see how dark this is going to end up being. Because these colors are extremely dark. But you can already see the purple happening. Okay, so what we're going to do to lighten this up and to help us with this is we're going to add some white. If I can find my white. Because right now you can't even see the color. So that white is going to neutralize it. And you can see right now that it is just almost like it's got a very, very little purple tint to it. Can you see that? It's not even close to these colors right here. So I'm going to ask you a question. What do you think I would need to add to this mixture to get closer to these colors that I have here? What would you add to this mixture? Anybody know? I just buy paint, Miss Shay. Now, if I run low on a certain blue, then I'll make sure I buy that blue. But sometimes I just go and I just look at the colors and I buy what I think is pretty colored. A yellow, a white, maybe more red and white, a red, more red and white. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so the answer is I'm going to add more red to this and then possibly some more white. But let's try the red first and let's see what's going to happen. So we're going to mix this red. I'm just going to take a little bit of it right here. Now you can already see what that red's doing to just a little bit of this purple. It's making like a maroon. Well, I don't want a maroon, so I'm going to pull in some more of this and let's see what's going to happen. Okay, we're getting there. You can see the shades. You can see the shades turning. Don't be afraid. This is so much fun to me. This is so much fun to me. All right, look at that. Okay, look at that. Look at the difference in these two right here. All right, we're getting there. We're still not anywhere close to this at all. But this color right here, if we add some more white, we would get close to that. So let's see what's going to happen if I add some more white in these two. Okay, now this one's going to be more of a lilac, I can tell already. So this is not really going in the direction that I want. You see the colors that are on here? It's not going in the direction that I want. But let's look. Let me clean my palette knife off. Let's look at this. And the biggest problem here is the color of our blue, I bet. All right, so this is getting a lot closer to these colors right here. You can see a little bit of that purple in there. So this is a lot better. All right. So the red, adding the red is just making it more of a purpley, and I want it more of a blue. So instead of phthalo blue, I have a cobalt blue. Let's see, and this one is probably what I need. I have a cerulean blue. Okay, look at this blue. I'm just playing right now, y'all. I'm just giving y'all some ideas to mix colors. Okay, so let's see what this is gonna do. This is a brighter blue. Ah, look at that. Look how pretty that is. Okay, we're getting there. See this? These colors in here? That's working really, really well. I like that. So you can, I'm going to go a little bit darker. You can make these colors. Okay? You can absolutely make these colors. You just have to trust the process and go with it. Now let's see what this is going to do if I add some blue to it. Okay, it's still muted, but it's getting closer. It's a pretty color as well. So how much fun is that? I like this color too. Now, I'm not getting the exact color right now, so I'm going to use some cobalt blue, and then I also have, let me see if I can find it. I have this beautiful purple somewhere in my stash. Let's see where it's at. I do not see it at the moment. No. Okay. It's actually this one. It's not called purple. It's called ultramarine blue. Look at that. That is about the closest that you are going to get to this color. So it's called ultramarine blue. I'm going to play around and mix a little bit of this together. Look at that, how pretty. Okay, so I am a color fanatic. I love to play and mix. Now look at that. That is almost exactly the same color as these flowers. Can y'all see that all right? Okay, so this and this, those two colors are the colors that I'm going to use for my blues. All right, so I'm going to put this aside for just a minute. And I'm going to start with a little bit of green first, just to make some stems really fast. And I'm just using my two go-to greens that I always use. I use a sap green and a lime green. And I'm just going to use a little bit of it. And I'm going to take a liner brush because we're not working on a really big surface here. So we don't need a big brush, but let's see. We've got some stems coming up. We've got a few different little stems. And y'all, tomorrow I am going to probably come on live again with all of you as a bonus painting because the tribe is opening in 2 days. Well, it's actually opening to the pop-up paint party participants tomorrow. They get a special bonus because they participated in the pop-up paint party. But I'm also opening up the tribe to new members. And we are going to focus on painting a commission piece and how you start getting into commissions and how you sell to take orders. We're going to talk about all of that kind of stuff because we actually talk about that in our tribe as well. And I give you ideas on how to go about taking orders and shipping and all of that kind of stuff. So I have a commission piece that I have to paint. And so what better time to paint it but with y'all so y'all can watch and see how I use the photograph that I've been given for the painting. And we're going to talk about selling your artwork. So tomorrow we're going to be back, same time, same place. Come on back, and this is going to be a little bonus, a bonus tutorial for all of y'all. We're doing a landscape, and it is a Louisiana landscape. For those of y'all who like Louisiana, it's down in the South. Is it Camp Fouchon or something like that? It's someone's camp who they lost their camp during the last hurricane. And so I am painting the view from their camp that they don't have anymore. So yeah, it'll be fun. Hello everyone. For darker orange and blue, for darker orange and blue and then white. Orange and blue. Oh, instead of red and blue, is that what you're saying? Alizarin crimson. Website Jen told us to do. I just can't remember it. Yes, okay. I'm reading all of your comments because I lost them. Okay, I'm not doing the background of the blue wall because I like the blue that I have here. But what I am going to do right now is I'm going to take a filbert brush And I am going to have some fun with these little flowers. And I like this color. I'm making a bunch of just very loose flowers. And all I'm doing is, you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm just taking my paintbrush and just kind of making some little petals. And they're going to go down these stems. So it's not too late to join the pop-up paint party, by the way, because we're 2 days in. We still have half to go. So if you're interested, it's $20 to join the pop-up paint party. And if you're interested in becoming a tribe member, you will get a super discount on the tribe if you also participate in the pop-up paint party. Otherwise, you can just join the tribe on Saturday. That's when we open the doors, for the regular price of $35 a month. We have over 180 painting tutorials. And stay tuned, because I will be giving you all a tour of the back end of our new and improved online classroom that y'all will all have access to when you become a tribe sister or Mr., whatever it is you become. We do have a couple of men, my husband and I think 2 other ones. All right, so I'm going with that little bit of a darker blue. And I'm just kind of tapping. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to put some more of these right here. Do y'all have any kind of flowers that are blooming around your way? We don't have any here yet. We're in Montana, so we don't see any flowers until maybe June. But does anybody have any? Yes, Elizabeth, everyone is fine from all of my family is fine from the storms. I know they were super bad. Hollyhocks. See, that's what I thought this was too, hollyhocks, but y'all said a different name. I don't know what it is. Azaleas are bloom. Oh, I miss azaleas. I miss azaleas. We're probably going to be moving back to Louisiana soon. Are y'all surprised? Azaleas and dogwoods. The tulips are blooming. Oh, I had a house in Woodworth, y'all. I miss that house. Woodworth, Louisiana is close to Alexandria. And we had some daylilies and tulips that would come up. Oh my gosh, they were so, and then they would just multiply around the trees in the front yard. And I had a big line of azaleas as well. I miss that so much. I'm going to have to find me another house in Louisiana, y'all. Where's a good place to live in Louisiana that's in the country? Because I have to live in the country. I can't live anywhere close to traffic or people. Don't think I don't like people. I just have, I don't know. I like to go outside, and I want chickens in Mooresville. We're coming back, Donna. We don't know exactly where yet, but we're coming back. So Donna, you know where Todd and Danita live, and I know Father Timmermans just passed away, and I was asking them about that house right there. I know it needs a lot of work because it's an old house, but I don't think it's for sale yet. Go to Georgia. Well, my son and them just bought a house in Lafayette, so I have a son and a daughter-in-law in Lafayette, and so you know, I don't want to live in the city though. They just bought a house like downtown city because he works in a civil engineering company where they actually, like they have to live close to work. We don't have to live close to work. Neither one of us has to be close to any town or any place. So, yeah, that would be great, huh, Donna? So, I'm excited about it. It might not be until next year. I don't know. We're trying to decide whether we're going to move back now or later. We're just starting to make some plans, but we know that it's going to be happening, God willing, in the next year, I'm sure. So get ready. You'll get to experience our move and where we're going and all that kind of stuff because I'm going to share it with all y'all. So, all right. So what I'm doing now is I added just a little bit of white to this. Well, I added a lot of white and just a little bit of the purple. So I'm making you see these right here that are really light. I'm just they almost look like some little roses too. So I'm going to make them a little round. Now we need lots of fun in this, that everything's so dark. So I'm going to start adding some more white in here in that little. This is just so fun to paint like this with y'all. It makes me super happy. I'm going to grab a smaller brush. So let's see. Just a smaller filbert brush. The problem with my brushes is I have too many and it takes me a long time to find the brush that I want. That's too little. Oh, here we go. There it is, sticking out right at me. Okay, so it's a filbert brush still, but I'm going from this size to this size. Okay, I'm just going a little bit smaller. These pretty flowers right here look more pink, but I'm just going to let them do their thing with this white and this purple. And because I have so much paint on my palette and I have to use the paint, I don't want to waste any more than I already have. I'm just going to use these little purple colors in here. Let's see. I'm really not following the picture very much. I'm just using it to give me a good reference. And then you see all of these little flowers here, they're going to get some centers that are white. Blue bonnets, yes. What about Monroe? Okay, so my husband used to live in Monroe actually because when he was stationed, but that was before we were married. I've never lived in Monroe. He loved Monroe. He lived in Winsboro, out there in that area, because he was stationed with the Army at the base in Monroe, and so he lived out there for 5 or 6 years. So that is an option. We really don't have a clue We just want to live in the country. I want to raise chickens and have a garden and do all those fun things and be closer to family. My brother and my sister still live there. And my son lives there. One of my sons, my older son, he's in college here, and I don't know where he's going to end up. No telling. But we wanted to move to Montana to experience. Okay, now this is going to make a big difference in this. So see what I'm doing? I'm using the lime green and the white. And I'm making, see all those little buds that are not open? I'm making all of those now. And this is going to make a nice addition. The color is going to really pop now. And so that's good because we really need that. And my niece and nephew live there as well. And I have a great niece and a great nephew that I don't know yet. You know, like I saw my great niece when she was a baby, like only like 2 or 3 months old, and then I really haven't spent any time with them. And she's like 3 years old now, and so you know, it's just fun to be around family and do those kind of things. So we have left it in God's hands, but I think He is calling us back. Yes, I grew up in the country. We raised chickens and we raised pigs and we had huge gardens, and I miss it. And you know what I miss the most? Being outside every single day of the year, because you didn't have to worry about being in negative 20-degree temperatures, you know? And like here, I'm inside over almost 7 months out of the year. I'm inside. And it's not that good for my mental health. Does that make sense? Do y'all get that? I don't know, those of y'all who live in the north. I know I'm rambling today. Y'all know I like to ramble. Tell me what you think. I'm going to add a little bit more of the green. Add some more stems. So this is just a really fun painting that I feel like I need to go a little bit higher. That is one of those, you know, another wood substance that I find just random, from door cabinets to baseboards to whatever you want to paint on. I did not even clean this piece. I just wiped it off with a rag and started painting on it. So I don't even know what kind of stain it has on it, but I really like it. I'm going to make these just a little bit lighter. Family is everything. Yeah, Michigan from Arizona. Followed my family to Michigan from Arizona. Have been here 25 years. Wouldn't change it for anything. Yeah, If you're in Western Washington, give me a holler. We have big plans to visit we love the West. What our dream would be is to have two houses, one here and one there. But, that's probably impossible. Because we do love it here. Don't get me wrong. Especially when the summer comes around. Oh, goodness. You can't beat Montana in the summer. It's so beautiful. All right. Add in some more blues. Now I'm going straight. What is the name of this blue? Ultramarine blue. I'm going straight ultramarine blue because that seems to be the color of I forgot what we call these flowers again. But before we moved here, we were traveling 3 and 4 times a year to the mountains to just vacation in the mountains. So I don't think that's going to change. I think we're going to continue to travel to the mountains and make it still a big part of our life. We used to do our Christmas vacations, skiing, and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm sure that's still going to happen. We're definitely going to be coming back to Montana because one of our sons still lives here. So, all right, look how cute it's coming out. I like it. Now you can tell that the paint is being absorbed a little bit by the wood because the paint is losing its vibrancy as it's drying. So you might have to put more than one coat. You see how all these lime greens kind of lost their vibrancy? So if you do paint on wood, just just be aware of that. That is something that you have to deal with. But it's still super fun. Hate Georgia in the summer, so humid and hot. I know. I know. They do look like tulips, don't they? I know. Louisiana is the same way. I'm sure, you go through that. There's always, you always think the grass is greener on the other side. But it's just a part of life. Okay. It's looking pretty cute. I think I need just a little bit of a lighter green in some of these areas. I keep on going back because I feel like it's losing its pop. Yep, I might have to just hit it a couple of times with a couple of layers because of that wood. That wood is definitely soaking in the paint. Now, another option you have is you could put a layer, which is probably what I should have done. And this is just one of those new techniques that, we're learning. So I'm trying to just give y'all some different options here. You can use clear gesso, and that would still allow the wood grain to show through. And then that clear gesso would protect your paint from from absorbing so much into the wood. So, perfect example of something, to make the experience of the painting better for you. You can definitely use some clear gesso to make this a little bit easier to paint on. So let me show you what I'm going to do now, because I love to do this, even though it's still wet. Let me get my sander. I have an electric sander. Okay, let me show you what I have. I have this. I bought this on Amazon. It's a battery operated sander. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to move some of this out the way because I have stuff everywhere. And there's a dial on the side of this one that allows you to like make the sander go high or low. And even though it's wet, I'm not going to touch the top of it, so don't fret about that. But I am going to touch the side. Okay, so this wood is so old and it's not really doing what I wanted it to do, but I'm going to show you just a little bit of what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to have a little bit more of a lighter frame. And so I was trying to bring out like sanding away the stain. But this wood is sorry. This wood is just a really, really dark wood. Like, look at it. It's dark all the way through. I don't know what kind of wood this is. It is very heavy. It is extremely heavy. So, you could bring out the shine. Oh, that's a great idea. You could bring out the shine a little bit in the wood by putting some type of sealer on top of it. And then I'm going to put this in my house on a shelf because these colors are just beautiful. And I'm going to stand it up just like this. I'm going to show you just like that. See how cute? And I might even think I should write something up here. Wouldn't that be cool? I think it's super cute. There's my view, y'all. That's what I would be leaving if we leave Montana. What do y'all think? I don't know. We're just going to talk to God and he'll tell us what to do. So, yeah, dark walnut. My grandma had furniture that's probably what it is. You're exactly right. Robin says, I hate the dog days of summer, but can't imagine being anywhere but North Carolina. Nothing could be fine. Oh, North Carolina is beautiful. Yes. All right, guys. Yes. Oh, family name written on it. That would be super cute. All right. I am done for today, but I will be back again tomorrow, and we're going to paint a landscape together. So mahogany, that might be what it is too, because it is super, super dark. So yeah. All right. So when you go out thrifting, don't just look for glass, look for wood too. And you can find some really cool things to paint on. All right, guys. Y'all have a great day. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.